What's going on, guys? This is Restless Corpse from VirtualBromance. This is day 14 of the 365 Games Challenge, and day 14 brings us to Capsized, which is a cool indie game that I picked up on the Humble Bundle a couple weeks ago. I just decided to fire it up today and check it out, and I actually kind of lost track of time playing it, so that's a good indication of how fun the game is. I played it for a couple hours. There's not a whole lot of story to be told in the game, but the gameplay is really fun. And what story there is you have crash landed on a hostile alien planet, and you have to save your crewmates, rescue them from like these guys that are shooting things at me. I guess that's the indigenous race on the planet. It's pretty fun. It's really tough in some areas. You have a certain amount of lives, which I haven't run out of lives yet, but there's been a couple times where I thought I was going to. But what I really want to talk about today is a bit of news that I read today. That the article was dated yesterday, so I'm not real sure how recent the news is. But it looks as though the president of Microsoft's Interactive Entertainment Business Division, Don Mattrick, who was also the overseer of the Xbox One and the new Xbox Live stuff for that and everything, it has actually left Microsoft. And I guess looking at the recent reactions of consumers and fans and stuff, doesn't seem like that's too far of a stretch. I mean, even though I think Xbox is doing great after changing its DRM policy and stuff like that, I think that everything's going to go back to normal. It's still, Xbox is still kind of a joke lately. People are still making fun of it and stuff like that, which, whatever. I think the Xbox will do fine. But what's funny about him leaving is that he didn't just leave because he was unhappy about all that. As a matter of fact, nobody even really knows why, other than I guess the people involved, because it's not in the article. But where he went is actually the funny part. He is now going to be the CEO for ZYNGA. Now, most of you know what ZYNGA is known for, and I think that a lot of the people that know what ZYNGA is known for also hate ZYNGA for what it's known for, and that's social gaming on Facebook and mobile stuff like that, like Farmville and Cafe World or whatever the hell it's called. Games like that, the freemium style games that force you to get ahead. You have to either spend lots and lots of time on doing things and grinding out this currency, or buy the currency, which I think is really stupid. But apparently those type of games, or freemium games, are getting pretty popular. Or sit there and annoy your friends on Facebook by sending them invite after invite to get ahead in the game. And I think it's a really shitty game model. I don't like any of the freemium games, and unfortunately I've actually had to hide a lot of these posts and block these freemium games from Facebook because they're just so annoying. So I think it's really funny that Don Mattrick is leaving a really big and respected, and I say respected, and I know somebody's going to try to troll me about it, but despite the recent problems with Xbox One, Microsoft is still a respected gaming company. So he's leaving a respected gaming company for one that is almost universally hated, and I think that's actually pretty funny. I don't know why he did it. I would assume that it's because he is going from president to CEO. I don't know. Maybe it's a pay hike. Who knows? But I personally would rather be almost like a janitor in Microsoft than be the CEO of ZYNGA. But that's just my personal preference. I've never liked ZYNGA, and you know what? If you like ZYNGA, that's cool. I'm not making fun of you. We've all got our opinions and preferences. My opinion just happens to be that Zynga is shit. I've never played a Zynga game that I actually enjoyed. There were a couple that, you know, friends, I think games like Draw Something were Zynga games, I'm not real sure. And those were okay for a while, but nothing that has ever made me want to send ridiculous amounts of invites to my friends that I know aren't going to play, in hopes that they do play so I can get cool stuff. It's a shitty game model in my opinion. The social gaming is just more annoying than it is fun, no matter how fun the game actually is. But again, this discussion is not about how much I hate Zynga. It's actually about the fact that a president of one of Microsoft's biggest areas is going to a shitty social gaming thing. I don't get it. I mean, he was responsible for a lot of, you know, game franchises that are actually doing really well, like Need for Speed, FIFA, and The Sims. 3 game franchises that I don't particularly like, but I know a lot of other people do. I'm kind of interested to see what he's going to do with Zynga, if he's going to actually try to turn it into a real gaming studio or gaming company. But for some reason, as well as Zynga does financially, I don't think that that's going to happen. I think that they're just going to try and make their games have a little bit more realistic, or not realistic, but like solid gaming content. Which, you know, hey, whatever floats your boat. Is if he gets rid of the current gaming model in Zynga, who knows? Maybe Zynga will be awesome, but I don't think so. This news wasn't really a shock to me. I laughed when I read the article because, to tell you the truth, I'm not really a big fan of Don Mattrick in the first place. Watching the Xbox One reveal and the Xbox One E3 conference, talking to Providence, I remember telling him how much Don Mattrick kind of annoys me. He's kind of a squirrely little dude. He moves his hands too much when he talks. He looks like, I don't know, he looks like a president instead of an actual gamer, which really bothers me. But you know, that happens. It's a company. In any case, this news is kind of hilarious to me, and I'm interested to see what he does with it. Not because I want him to do, not because I'm like excited about Zynga games, but because I'm excited to see if he actually lasts in that position. But we'll see how it goes. In any case, this was day 14 of the 365 Games Challenge with Capsized. I'm Restless Corpse, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.